water signs, I hope that you are doing fabulous. Welcome in. We're going to take a look at your next 24 hours and see what's going on with you all and all of that. So my name is Shannon Hensley. If you are new, audio discretion advised. If you have little ones around, I look at a lot of crime and stuff. We want to know what's around us to keep, ourselves safe, children safe, things like that. We ask at the hand of the Creator that sees everything. And the Most High God can speak for himself. It's very right to the point on this channel. I feel energy and I'm known to be very sharp at times, so you'll just have to learn me as we go. I am open for readings. I don't charge for them, and if you are wanting one, I have a PayPal and a Cash App down below. I just will read for a donation of $25 or more, or whatever, the most I place on your heart. But if you are interested, just let me know down below and I will contact you. All right, so I drew some cards here before we get started here. What came out was kind of interesting because I am looking at water, and we have a tropical storm that came out. We also have somebody decaying by water. And so water energy is coming out here. Something about somebody's ex. It's time for somebody's ex to move on and stop their strife out here. It says that the Most High says he's going to find out all of his enemies, and his right hand's going to find all of those who hate him. And it says that the Most High is going to put them in a fiery oven in the time of his anger, and he's going to swallow them up with his wrath, and his fire is going to devour him. It's kind of interesting because when I was doing the fire reading, I accidentally put water in it. The initial, if y'all did get some type of notification or whatever, when I go to share that reading for another platform to see the reading, it showed up with it saying water, but it was actually for fire. And so we're looking at water. We're having water stuff come out here, and then God's saying he's going to find out all of his enemies, and he's saying that his fire is going to devour them up. Water and fire have that wavy energy anyway to it. But anyway, somebody's got a problem out here, and they're not just a problem with you. God's got a problem with somebody out here. And for some of y'all, it's your ex. It's doing some stuff out here. The Most High says that everybody knows that this person has done something to you, or you're the person did something, whoever the ex is, somebody's problem out here doing some nonsense that hates God Almighty. It says everybody knows that this person, what they did to you was wrong, and what their motive was behind why they did what they did. And so God knows it as well out here. The last card, it says to take heed what you do. Now, this is interesting as well, because in the fire reading, we had a judge that came out, and this is a card that's talking to a judge. So whatever your connection with fire and water is, and whoever's doing some nonsense out here, and what their motive is about some stupid thing, it's caused some type of just a storm-like energy, then so be it. You could live by water. I don't know what's going on in the news with the tropical storm, or if that could have been past energies and issues around some stuff. I don't know. There was something around a storage building and stuff, and somebody's house was there. And so if you did go through some type of a tropical storm and there is something legal around it, then there is. Then God's saying so that way to you. But this is addressing a judge, and a judge came out in wording in the fire reading. It says to take heed what you do. For you don't judge for man, for you judge for God Almighty, who is with you in that judgment. Therefore now let the fear of God come upon you in this judgment. It says to take heed and do it. For there is no iniquity with our Elohim, Jehovah, nor respect of persons, nor taking of any kind of bribes or gifts for anything. Okay, that's huge. In the fire reading, there was somebody who had ruled over somebody to their own hurt. You got somebody who's controlling that here. Done some nonsense. Alterating things, because the tower energy was there twice in that reading. And one of those tower cards has a meaning of alterating things and stuff like that. And that's ridiculous. Somebody ruling over somebody, and because somebody's dealing with a death issue somewhere. I mean, somebody's decaying by water. Somebody was murdered then and just was left there. Okay, and in the earth reading, somebody took a cab somewhere and did something, in some matter. So however all the pieces are going for any given person collectively, there's something out here, and there is a judge involved in this matter. And if somebody thinks that I got this connection with this judge, I'm gonna get off, get off of some type of a case out here with a murder situation, the judge better watch what he's doing. You're an enemy of God at that point. That judge comes out on my channel quite often. And if that was past energy and that judge did something wrong, then God's calling that judge an enemy, and he's going to get his fire after somebody and devour them then. I guess somebody's ex is out here thinking because I got some type of connection, I can do what I want. No, God ain't going to let you do what you want. God's the judge of the earth, okay? All right. That makes me mad. Show me water energy. It's dumb. The magician. This is alterating things. Hey, IT workers. Hey, we talking about on my channel. If you are new, I doubt if you are. If you are, we know people are alterating things on the tower, and these people are going to lose their job, and people are going to see who they are. Because God's going to stand them up in front of people and say, you weren't honorable at all, what you did. And somebody's ruling over somebody to alter things as well in servitude. All that stuff's going to come out because God said there was a maladministration around this nonsense going on. There's consequences to it. 7 of Cups. Consequences. Okay? 3 of Cups. There's a lot of watery stuff that's coming out. Your social things are out here. Somebody's a manipulator out here. All they are. Around that pentacle. Is that going to be a bribe for you, Judge? Is it? I don't know. And then the 9 of Wands. Okay? So you notice that I got mental issues out here. The 7 of Cups can go to a confusing type of nonsense out here. There's something sexual showing itself out here to me as well. Somebody very creative in some things that they have done. But they think they're going to get away with some type of a murder out here, and you ain't getting away with it. God ain't going to let you get away with it. So we do have a headship that is out here when that comes out. And it's the Aleph head in the Hebraic language, with somebody who leads clans of people, or they're known or something like that. Somebody is known because this is social energy out here, okay? Or again, somebody got some type of connections here. Hey, Judge, money talks, right? I need to get out of this thing. You can take this money, and you may take it, but there's consequences on you, and God's going to find out his enemies when he's warned you on that nonsense there. All right, okay. So anyway, the tree is coming out, jumping out. It's also about somebody's mind. These 3 cards go back to somebody's mind needing to take heed on something. The will is underneath this. Consequences. Somebody's mind is out here. Confusing. Which way do I go? You know what to do, folks. People do know what to do. You and I do know what to do. And somebody's standing up before a judge, and there's some type of a judgment being made, and both parties are standing here, and the judge got something going on with one of the parties, and it's not fair. That's abominable to God. It's abominable. You ain't that special. Show me water. Sorry, guys. I feel energy. I'm going to speak right out of that space. You just have to learn who I am. Pop up little lover. Hey! That was in the earth reading as well. An invention being out here around something going on. Your house. Again, there's a property owner that was there in the earth reading as well. Then the storage building. And then somebody vacating a place was in the air or fire reading, whichever one it was as well. So they are still coming out here. Your house is here. And then there's danger to this judgment. God said you better take heed. This is about using your mind. You're not really confused. You do know what you should do. Somebody's jail worthy. They're jail worthy of something. There's a murder out here for somebody's case. I'll be a voice for you. Whoever that person is dealing with is nonsense. Somebody's child's out here. This is also a card that talks about somebody's mind is like a child. There's just mushy like a child. Or a child is decaying by water. Or this is somebody that you went to school with. Or your soulmates are here. It's got many different meanings. Also, somebody's stumbling up on some information out here as well, because something is going to be known. There is some type of communication out here. So again, whoever's trying to do something, it's got a consequence to it. God Almighty saying he's judging something. He's going to make somebody's ex move on now, because all they do is cause some stupid strife out here. And there's been plotting around this. If this thing was plotted, this thing is or was plotted in this energy around you. So it's showing in the next 24 hours a consequence on choices being made around your situations, around your home. All right, you have a judgment. out here, and this says that there's going to be justice for it. It's also the torch. Fire is going to go before God Almighty and swallow up his enemy in their wrath, and fire is going to devour them. So this says there's going to be justice for something. God's going to give. He's the judge of the earth. So even if this judge does end up go ahead and take a bribe, God's going to open his mouth. He's going to take him out. If that was past energy, they're being judged now. Okay, because that energy was coming out real strong in the fire reading. Like I said, there's things that are going side by side with fire and water here. This is what come out. Good luck to you. Shalom.